Hello everybody, it's time for the monthly recap once again for July 2024. Now, this month is quite a bit, shall we say, lighter on content, for I have been busy preparing for school. I'll just cover some real life stuff here first, of course, and that's going to be a very short section as well. Most of this month stuff, schoolwork, but I've also been preparing for a concert I will be attending, or rather, I will be holding at the end of the next month, which I hopefully should be able to record before I actually hold it. At least that's the plan. We'll see if that plan pans out. No promises whatsoever. I've been kind of busy trying to get videos done, but let's just say that real life is a thing, and it takes a lot of time to do anything. So, yeah, busy as per usual. But now we shall get on to the actual content, which, well, frankly this time around is slightly less, well, there's not that many. So, our first subject this time around will be, well, we have 3 games that I want to talk about, and then an art section, finally, after a long while. The first game I want to highlight will be BlazBlue Entropy Effect, which I did pay quite a lot of attention to while it was being developed, and I was really excited for it because I do like BlazBlue, like the characters are generally something quite interesting, and I really do like the general gameplay loop because it's, you know, roguelike, and that's roguelike action platformer combat thing. It's really up my alley. I very much enjoy it, and the game did not disappoint me. I only reached 1 ending so far. I will be playing more of it, and while the first ending was really quick to reach, like it took very little time, honestly, it wasn't disappointing at all actually, but rather it left me yearning for more. Now, unfortunately, due to me being busy, I didn't have more time to play it yet, but hey, later. So yeah, it's an interesting roguelike. You can see some of the gameplay in the background, like mostly just some combat here, but there's not gonna be all that much. I'm not gonna dedicate too much time for just blathering on here about the game, because you can see it's pretty simplistic. Now the bosses are in the game very varied, let's just say, and they really do give quite a lot of variety to the game. The characters are all very unique, the build system is really cool, the action is pretty smooth and fluid, and the platforming is, while rather limited, it is ingrained well into the actual combat system and like level design and the bosses, and that makes it very fun. Well, it's not the best action roguelike even. It is definitely enjoyable, and it is like outstandingly unique, mostly because of, let's just say, certain artistic qualities that story sections contain, which I won't be showing here though. But let's just say it's pretty cool and it's really intriguing. So yeah, I really did like it, but it has a very specific niche. The second game which I wish to highlight is Ouros, or Ouros, or Ouros. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is a very relaxing puzzle game, and there's honestly not much to say about it. You kinda just twist like a pathway. It's really hard to talk about the game without spoiling it, but I did. First of all, I of course enjoy puzzles quite a bit, and puzzle games, like, very specifically. And this game is very, very unique, and it is something that stuck to my mind very, very well. I haven't yet completed it, because I played in short bursts. That's because it's very, very relaxing. For a puzzle game with a very nice level of difficulty, it is oddly relaxing, mostly because it just, even though when it is challenging, it isn't frustrating, but it feels more like untangling like a complicated set of wires, and it's just a really nice dopamine spike whenever you finish a puzzle, because it's like, oh yes, that makes a lot of sense, and I kinda get it how it was supposed to, and the game just looks visually very, very appealing. So yeah, if you like puzzle games and you want a more relaxed and a unique take on them, check out Ouros. And the final game I will be highlighting is not a game that I stumbled upon this month, but rather something that I've been playing for the past half a year or so, a bit more actually, I think. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, I have been playing it for quite a while. Actually, maybe from the start of last year, or the end of last year rather. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been playing it for a while, and daily logins and all that stuff, and it's a gacha game, which, you know, that's a thing. So yeah, the title drop, Limbus Company, of course, used to be, I hopefully edited it in there quite a bit earlier. But yeah, gacha game from Project Moon. Activate all the sleeper agents here, I guess. I liked their previous two games, Library of Ruina and Lobotomy Corporation. They are, let's just say, very unique. I didn't finish either of them yet, because my goodness, they are difficult. But in a very unique manner, let's just say. But I really, really like their method of storytelling and their unique world building. And the way that they construct the stories is just marvelous. It's so weird and so unique and just beautiful and magnificent. I really, really do like them quite a bit. Those previous two games I like a lot, mostly because I have just read a lot more about their lore and seen some playthroughs. And I've just been idling with Limbus Company for quite a while, and this month I decided to, hey, what the heck, I'll just read everything again, because I kinda just skipped everything previously. And my god, it's so good. Oh my god, why is it so good? How is a gacha game allowed to be so good in its storytelling specifically? Now, the gameplay itself is something that I do enjoy. I'm not gonna show all of it here, it's not that, engaging exactly visually, I think. Unless I show spoilers, which I won't. The storytelling is the main focus of the game. It is so much fun to just see how the story unravels and how the characters develop and how their personal lives affect one another and how it's just all coming together. It's like a story in making. It's an epic saga, kinda, but it's very also light-hearted, but filled with twists and heartbreaks, and it's just so good. I'm always looking forward to the next updates, or, well, now I am, so, you know, I've almost caught up with the story, because I'm at the end of Canto 6, so, yeah, just, it's so good, it's unfair how good it is, and it's, as a gacha game, it's also really free, you don't need to spend any on it. I did actually, give them at least some money, because I've enjoyed my time, so, you know, they should be rewarded for it. But yeah, it's good. It's unreal how good it is. That's so weird. It makes me really want to go back, and I'm really happy that I kinda, let's just say, indoctrinated one of my friends into the cult as well. So, you know, and I know you're listening. Hello. But yeah, it's nice. I've enjoyed the game maybe a bit too much. The gameplay is actually something that I also do enjoy, which is really weird for a simplistic gacha game where you can just press win button. But still, it's weird. It's really fun. But also, the story is really good. And the music's freaking outstanding. I don't know, man. It's weird. But it's good. It's a good kind of weird. Yeah. I ain't got anything else. It's really nice. Let's move on to art. So, for the final section, I want to talk about the art from an artist, Venz. I have their explicit permission showcasing them. And as you can see from the description, all of the appropriate links are at the top, and I would highly recommend everybody to watch them and go support their art, because it is wonderful and evocative, and it's very, very powerful. Now, I will give a minor viewer discretion advisory warning here, because their art is very, very powerful and evocative. It doesn't explicitly contain gore, I would say, but it can evoke some more negative feelings. So you have your warning, and the artwork will pop up in shortly. Now, the reason I wanted to highlight them is because of those exact feelings and the powerful, very, very powerful human emotions that the art invokes in me. I'm so fortunate that I ran across this, because it made me feel so. It is really hard to speak about it, because contradictorily, the powerful feelings that it evoked in me, which were mostly like amazement and shock and wonder, were just what I needed to get myself out from a less than optimal mind space during that time, and it evoked beautiful, humane feelings in me like nothing has in a while. And it's something very personal to me that visual art was the impetus for that. And reason for that is I am somewhat visually impaired. I have both color blindness, and I use like moderately heavy glasses. And I have for a while not relied on visual stimuli to invoke anything in me because of certain mental afflictions. I do not rely on visual stimuli, nor visual feedback just in general. But that doesn't mean I am completely blind or anything like that. And when I see something so wonderful, I just want to highlight it. I was considering doing more in-depth analysis on each of the pieces, but I don't think words can do justice. They are outstanding. It's rare for visual media to give me these kinds of feelings. Usually I require music or like interaction with a media, but sometimes a picture can communicate more than anything else, and that's basically all I have to say. I have only praise for these pictures. I don't want to say that any art is above criticism or anything like that, but I don't have words to criticize these. They are just wonderful. I don't know. I'm just rambling here. I'm mostly just going to fill some time here so I can show them in their full glory, and I hope you can appreciate them in the same light that I do, and go show them your support in any way possible. I am very lucky to be able to showcase them, and I hope that while they are quite evocative, that you can appreciate the artistry that has gone into them. I guess now I shall move on. And so we should move on to the outro. And yeah, while this month was less full of things to highlight, I hope that it was somewhat interesting to all of you, especially the art. That's something I'm very happy to be able to showcase once again, and I hope to get some more that I can showcase from some artists in the future. So, but of course, those are done with permission only. So, I thank you all very much for your continued support. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmu out.